I'm connected to Dyer High School because I attended Walter H. Dyer High School in 2010 to 2014 when I graduated. When I attended Walter H. Dyer High School in 2010, we had a full class school with freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. In about 2011, we heard that 50 schools were slated to be closed and Dyer was on the list to phase out. So they stopped accepting freshmen in 2011, where all of us who graduate each year would graduate until the school closed. And the school would close by 2015. So before the schools closed in 2013, we had got that message. So me, and it was two young sisters by the name of Cassandra Neal and Dana McCullough, who went to the offices of the Kenwood Oakland Community Organization to basically ask the organization, how can we save our high school? Because we went to the mayor and he denied us. We went to the alderman and he denied us. And also we didn't get support from the acting principal that was in the school. So we all came together to write a letter to the Chicago Board of Education asking them to keep our school open. And during that, when we weren't heard, we did press conferences in front of our school. We went downtown to City Hall to protest. We even created a Diet Global Leadership and Green Technology plan where we laid out what we wanted our school to look like, not only for ourselves, but future students. We organized parents and community organizers in the community to talk about Dyer High School. We filed Title VI civil rights complaints with the Advancement Project in Washington, D.C. To save our school. And we kept that fight going from 2010 to 2014 until we inspired community organizers, teachers, and parents to go on a 34-day hunger strike, which we ended up winning to get Dyer High School reopened in 2016 in the fall semester with $16 million in reinvestments. When I heard that Dyer High School was closing when I went there, I was devastated. I really felt like I wasn't good enough because I didn't understand why a board or the mayor or whoever would make a decision to close a school that I went to in my high school. And the fact that we spent 4 years organizing to keep my high school open and we weren't heard made me very discouraged and made me feel like, CPS didn't care about young people. But that's how I felt at that time as we were organizing and not being heard until we was able to push the district to keep our school open. So now I don't feel that way, but I definitely felt that way back then. And I think also one of the worst moments was going to the Chicago Board of Education meeting in 2013 and watching the entire board vote unanimously to close 50 schools in the city of Chicago. So when Dyer was phased out to be closed in 2015, they also closed my elementary school on the west side called Melody Elementary. And they also closed my elementary school on the south side called Florence B. Price Elementary. I resist school closings till this day by educating young people in Chicago public schools, especially Dyer High School, on their history. What did we do when they were my age? But when I was 14, I was able to organize to save my high school. And then we tell those stories of how we saved Dyer High School to the current freshmen that come into the building of Dyer High School every year. And when we tell them the story of how we fought for Dyer, it really encourages the students to understand, where they come from, but to also know that they're fighters too. So, just telling that story, being there with them, and also letting them know if one school closed, then all of them eventually will close, lets them know that we need to continue to fight against any school closing in the city of Chicago and beyond. I found out Walter H. Diet was a powerful musician that was known all through the Bronzeville area on the south side of Chicago that taught a lot of our famous musicians like Nat King Cole and a lot of different blues players in the city of Chicago. So I learned that he was a very powerful man and his legacy still lives on to this day.
One last question. What's your vision for black education and black educators, or just like, and even schools, uh, across the city? What's your vision for those?
My vision is that we have a equitable K through 12 education system where the elementary schools, which would be known as feeder schools, are connected to the same curriculum as the high schools. And it's just more of a funnel than young people having to apply and learn something new. They should already know the culture. And I believe every student deserves a world-class quality education in the city of Chicago. So I'm hoping that we're able to spread a vision where students get access to wraparound supports, restorative justice supports, high quality teaching, not just teaching to the test, and other supports they may need to be successful in society.